Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going. It's going a little slow today. Like every day, I don't get up every day and be like, oh my goodness, my day is amazing. It's on fire. No, I mean, every day is amazing. Every day is amazing because I get a chance to wake up and I get a chance to do life with my family, with my kids, with my husband, and good things, good things. But today, I stayed up pretty late last night working on some stuff on my laptop, some extra stuff coming up. And then today I got up and it's like rainy. It's like dreary, rainy weather here. Like we had rain all the time in the mountains, like all the time. We lived in the rain zone. Like it was, you knew it was gonna rain every day. Every place, everybody else around us was having like droughts. Our area, pocket of rain, like all the time. I kid you not, very moldy, very rainy. People say, do you miss the mountains? I miss aspects, but I do not miss the dreary rainy days at all. And so Florida, super sunny majority of the time. And so this week, well, I've noticed the last couple weeks, it seems like it rains every day. And I'm like, okay, that's no big deal. But the last couple days here, it's been very dreary outside. Like not even, like I went in the pool last night and I was out there and I was like, okay, it's like not very fun to swim when it's like yucky outside. So it didn't last very long. It seems like it got chilly. And so then today it shows rain all day. So we were going to get out and do something, but the place we were going to go was not open today. So I'm like, we might still go do stuff today. So I got up and I'm like, what do I go do? What do I do today? Do I come down and start cleaning? There's always something I can clean. I'm like, do I make food? What do? I have a few hours here in the morning before the kids kind of get moving. The noise you hear is the sound machine. It keeps it quiet in the home for them. I don't mind it. I let them sleep in a little bit and then get my stuff done that I want to get done. And then we get up for school and we start our day. It works. My kids, we've never, like some families get up super early all the time. No, my kids can be late sleepers. Some like to get up early. And then what I found is the ones that you think, oh, they're never going to learn to get up as adults and get a job. Like, no, that doesn't happen. They always learn to get up and get a job. So I found that when they get older and they have to get up early for a job, guess what? They do. And they function fine as adults. So, but for now, I'm like, you know what? Let them enjoy some sleep. Stay up a little later. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. So I thought, what am I going to do today? I have some food plan that I want to make today and a few little things to do. But one of the big things I have to do is plan a menu again for the month. It seems like that's such a chore. Sometimes I enjoy doing it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't look forward to it. But I do like realize, okay, we're down to the bottom of the groceries. Forgive me for being a little stuffy today. It seems like the rain has magnified whatever pollen is in the area. It's making me stuffy. I've already had Alka-Seltzer. Usually that clears me up, but I'm still staying pretty stuffy today. So it'll get better. Anyways, so making a menu for the month. I don't plan on going shopping today. Not tomorrow and not Friday because I have things going on. Maybe the weekend, I'll see what happens. But I thought, why don't I sit down and plan? Like nothing else to do, like pressing to do this morning. So I'm like, why don't I just sit down and get out my cookbooks, plan some meals out. So that's what I've been doing this morning. Meal planning is one of those things where like you can get in a rut. And like for our family, I found like we like the same thing. Like no big deal. If you look back on all my videos over the years, they're pretty much the same food because you know what? We like it, we eat it. We will throw things in there occasionally just like everybody else. So sometimes we go through and I'm like, I just make the same thing. It makes life easier. Sometimes I like to have a variety of food. Sometimes I get inspired. Like today I got all my cookbooks out. I got these ones. I got these, a couple years ago in Michigan. These ones, and I've got my cookbook. I've got this one. I've got this one Miss Barbara gave me. The Family Circle one. Remember, I got this one for the cookie recipe, the one I was looking for. Just a lot of cookbooks sitting here, and I'm like, I usually just keep my same one, kind of keep the same kind of meals that everybody likes. That's okay to do. It works out that way. But today I was feeling like, let's throw in some variety. I know, mix it up a little bit. So I sat this morning and I planned. I made a huge idea list. I call it idea list because do we always stick to it? No. So usually by the end of the month, I'm like, let's not make that. Or if something looks weird, it's like, let's skip that. And so I've done planning many different ways over the years. You do what you can do for your time in your life. Sometimes I like to get a piece of paper like this, or they have great already plans out where it's got like a monthly, like a calendar on it where you can, fill your squares in. I used to just draw out you know, 7 days a week and make the little calendar myself. You can print them off. I'm sure people got online, got them for free. And I would fill them in. I would do like certain days. Like Monday would be casserole day. Tuesday would be taco-y kind of day. Wednesday would be Italian kind of day. Thursday was, I don't even know what kind of, whatever the plan was. Friday was pizza day, and Saturday was heartier food day like lasagna and stuff. Whatever works. Do like that works sometimes too. I find that if I do that kind of menu, I'm like locked in. I don't mind, obviously I'm not locked in, but I look at it and I go, oh, we have leftovers. So what do? I don't really need to make any food. Or, oh, today my older teens are not here and I just have a few younger ones. So it's like, then I don't really need to make a big meal. Let's go out to eat or let's do something smaller. So it's kind of hard to do that sometimes for our family because it's unpredictable about who's going to be here, who's going to eat. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll do something like that. That didn't work. What I did find this month worked good for us was having kind of like lunches, like breakfast. My kids sometimes do breakfast, sometimes they don't. They're more like a brunch, like a breakfast lunch kind of meal. So sometimes we'll do a breakfast, but not always. I like to have stuff on hand because they like to make their own omelets. They like to make, when we have smoothies, they like to make bagels and cream cheese and salami and things like that. Sometimes they make pancakes. It just depends. But it's most of the time we're just eating like lunch and then we have dinner. So it depends. So I kind of gave ideas for breakfast. So I wrote down, you know, obviously to get eggs, get some bacon because I'm out of bacon, have cheese on hand, do some bagels, cream cheese, salami. We haven't had those for a little bit. And then the stuffed biscuits, we enjoyed those this last month, so I thought I'll make some more of those up. And then I wrote down to do some ideas for the weekend, like a breakfast bowl. So I'll make all the different sides, and then we can just create like a breakfast bowl. That'll be something good to do. I wrote down popovers, waffles, mini pancakes, cereal, because that's what they like. So simple, easy for my breakfast round. For lunches, what I did this last couple of weeks when I was planning, I kind of made sure I had 6 different kind of lunch ideas. Like one day was ramen lunch. We don't normally have ramen. We used to do a ramen dinner. Kids loved it. Favorite of life. So the kids are like, we need to instigate ramen night again. I'm like, okay, maybe I should do ramen night again. Actually, you know what? I should write down ramen night. Let me write that down. Everybody loves ramen. Everybody loves ramen here. So I was doing it where we did it once a week for lunch. And the kids were like, you know, this week we're it was one of those like blah days. And I'm like, okay, get your chores done, get school done, we'll have ramen lunch. And they were like, they were so fast moving on stuff. So I'm like, if I had ramen every day, they'd probably move a little faster. No, I'm just kidding. Ramen was one idea. Wrote down to do pizzas, homemade pizzas, because that's easy to throw in. We're going to do that today as well. Sandwiches like chicken salad, egg salad, that was another idea. Lentil rice burrito, which we haven't had that in a while. The camera died. So lentil rice casserole, that's really simple. We do very simple to make, and you can put it in burritos. They like that, like a tortilla burritos. And then refried beans, because we have a lot of that, and cheese and tortillas, and we cook it on the stove. That's a yummy thing. And then I wrote down to do a day for soups, and they really like the tomato soup and grilled cheese I had. They liked it with the Texas toast, so I'll probably get 2 loaves of that, so I'll make sure that we have that at least 2 times. We'll make a chicken noodle soup, and then we'll do like potato bacon chowder. That's something else we enjoy having, and we can have it with wraps or whatever. So lunches will be easy, and then dinners. Wrote down the meal of ideas for dinners. Will I stick to it? I don't know. We'll see how things happen. But I wrote down the ideas were the Philly cheesesteak. Remember those that we made last week? So good with the burgers cut up. So we're going to do that again. Cheeseburgers, just plain old cheeseburgers on the smoker. Remember the pasta broccoli dish we like with the Parmesan cheese? I have chicken fajita meat in the freezer still, so I wrote that down because that's a good meal. Chili, always make chili. Chili is easy. Everybody loves it. It's like a winner. It replaces the favorite of spaghetti. They like spaghetti. Some do. Not everybody. Most like spaghetti, but they all love chili. So chili, and then I wrote down to do cornbread. Let's make some cornbread. We haven't had that in a little while. See if we can integrate that back into their food. And then I did pesto tortellini. Maddie really likes pesto tortellini. I mean, many kids like that, but it's the dairy that I can't do that all the time. So if I do a small batch of that and then do like pasta with meat sauce, or actually meatballs. Okay, meatballs, and then do that as like, have like 2 smaller versions, and then that way we can have like an Italian pasta kind of day that way. We'll do that. Flatbread tacos are always a winner around here. Regular tacos, the tacos we had this last month, everybody loved. They were like, these are so good. So regular tacos, kielbasa and pierogies, just together, simple like sausage. It's so good with pierogies. I have pierogies in my freezer. And then that reminded me of sausage, red beans, and rice. I haven't made that in a while. Then just regular sloppy joes and make mac and cheese. That's an easy thing to do. And then I looked through all these cookbooks, and there was one called Penny Supper Casserole. I remember making that dish because I couldn't remember where I had seen it at. And I was like, am I calling it the right thing? And that was a really good casserole. It was very simple with hot dogs, potatoes, and peas. It was a very weird thing, but it was good. So I wrote that down because I remember eating that. And then we bought that big Cuban bread at Sam's Club you guys told me about. So good. So I looked up Cuban sandwiches. Now, we made Cuban sandwiches with egg roll wrappers in the air fryer one time, and it was just pickle, cheese, and ham, and with mustard. It was delicious. So I looked up the real recipe for Cuban sandwiches, and it has like pulled pork. I probably will skip that because we don't like pulled pork. So I thought, why don't I get those big giant breads because they're cheap, about as cheap as Walmart, and then do almost like the poor boy sub, but I'll do ham, I'll do provolone cheese so everybody can do it, and then I'll put salami. My salami will replace the pulled pork because nobody likes pulled pork, and then we'll top it with pickle, mustard, and then we can put it in the oven until it gets crispy, and we'll serve it with lettuce and onions and tomatoes. So that'll be a nice, like for the weekend, just put it all out, we can cut it all up and have it. If we have extra, I don't know. They're pretty long. If I fill them really full, like if I get a package of lunch meat at Sam's, I could probably do 2 of them. I know I could do 2 and just do them really hearty, and then they'll be smaller, and that'll be good. So we might do 1, and then the other one we can freeze for a later time. Meatballs. Meatballs are not a favorite, homemade ones. It's like meatloaf that we're gonna have today's meatloaf. It's not gonna be a favorite, but we're gonna make it. So meatballs with like a mashed potato, and then I led to like hamburger gravy. That will be a good thing to make. And then beef stroganoff melt. This was another recipe I looked up, and it's beef stroganoff without the pasta, and you put it on French bread. I'm like, let's do that. That sounds really good. We're gonna try something different. And then just a regular spaghetti dinner with meatballs, because that everybody likes. And then I found a ranch bacon chicken casserole that we're gonna try. And then a long time ago, I did a freezer meal. I think that's what started my YouTube stuff big, was freezer meals. I don't do a lot of freezer meals now, but one of my biggest viewed videos was I asked for all my viewers' favorite recipes, and so I made those. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, they eat, how much cream stuff do you guys eat? Well, no, I was following the viewers' recipes, not my own. So we ate for a long time those recipes. It lasted for months. And one of them I remember I saved was like a Dorito casserole. I never made it, but I was like, let me try. I've never made like where you make the corn chips in casserole and then you bake it. I don't know if that would be delicious or not. I know people do, so we're gonna try that. So I'm gonna do one with the chicken and one with the beef. Basically, it's like a mixture you make, and then you crush the chips and bake it in there. We're gonna see. So I did a chicken one and a beef one, and then I'm gonna get rotisserie chicken for that one. So then that led me to, why don't I get a couple rotisserie chickens, because they're so cheap, and we'll do some different meals with them. So I came up with the Dorito one. Another one was chicken taquitos. We're gonna do with some more of the rotisserie chicken and do like a Cobb salad meal, because that's really good. And then just do like a lettuce wrap. That would be really good, or lettuce, like a tortilla wrap with the chicken. And then we'll save the rest of the chicken. So I'll probably get 2 or 3 of the rotisserie chickens, I think, at Sam's, and then I can do a couple different recipes with that. And then we're gonna do ramen night. I wrote down, we get dumplings, and then we've got a lot of brats in the freezer. I think I got brats really cheap at the store. I don't know, at Sam's. We never made them. So I'm like, what can I cook with those? So just basically peppers and onions. I'm thinking Greg will like them. I think a couple of the older kids like it. I don't know if all of them do. So we'll do that, but I'll also pick up some maybe hot dogs is what I'm thinking. And then we'll do like a hot doggy. So that gives me plenty of meals for the whole entire month. Usually you get down to the end and you're like, what do you want to make that? But some of my weirder ones would be with a rotisserie chicken, and that would be something I'd have to make right away because my chicken, I'm gonna have to use it up. So I've got a good start today. I'm like, that's a good thing. So now, usually I try to shove it all on one little piece. I'm gonna flip it over and do another one. And I like to get some baking ideas. I don't need to do a ton of treats, obviously. We have plenty, but I'm gonna write down at least, like for the month, at least like a couple big ones each week. So simple. Let me just think of some ideas. I'll write them down. Okay, so I got some dessert ideas. I just wrote down, like, there's so many. There's so many that you don't even need to go, like anywhere to buy anything. I was looking in these cookbooks and my apple pie cookbooks. I was trying to think more fall things. Again, I don't know what kind of, like, fall treats here in Florida. Like, yes, you can buy apples at the store, but they're not, like, super inexpensive. So you're spending an arm and leg in apples. Isn't food expensive anyways? So I wrote down just some ideas. I was thinking monkey, like, monkey bread. But instead of buying the biscuits, let's make, like, our own dough. Let's do, like, whole thing. So, like, a cinnamon roll monkey bread basically from scratch. I wrote down apple crisp but we'll see. I'll find out. It's about getting the apples. If I get them cheap, then great, because I'd hate to make all of that and the kids go, oh, I don't love apple crisp. So maybe like a small batch of that, and then I have vanilla ice cream from months ago, and I'll get some for Jensen. I was thinking homemade chocolate pudding because they like that. We can make that from scratch. Sugared nuts. I've got a couple containers of mixed nuts in the freezer. We can do some sugared nuts that way. I wrote down apple dapple cake because that's really good to make. An apple cinnamon pretzel dessert instead of the strawberry, but you put the apple salad. That was something delicious we've made for years. The kids love it, but we always had it in the fall time because you can get apples cheap. So it's all about the apple situation here. I don't know what they're going to be like here. And I wrote down energy bites because I have a lot of coconut to use up, and oatmeal as well. And then I wrote down monster cookies, Twinkies, those kind of things to do. And then our staples like popcorn, caramel corn, things like that. So I'm just going to keep it that way. I'm going to keep it simple. I don't know. I only need a few extra ingredients for baking to make treats, and I can come up with anything based on that, but I like to have a couple desserts each week for us to eat. So I'm done with this part. Now I don't have to worry about it, and I can start my day getting the rest of the stuff done. Kids and life, and I think we'll go out to the library and stuff today. We're talking about Mexie. Look at Mexie. This is her. She's like, I found my little corner. You're cold? You need some snuggles? She like pushed behind this so she could lay here so be all snuggle. Did you just want to hide under the blanket? Does that make you happy? She's like, I just want to stay hidden. She's a burrowing dog, so that makes her very happy. Her type likes to burrow under the covers, so she always like looks for like going underneath anything to hide. So, okay, I'm gonna clean up my mess here. I think I've got plenty of ideas. I know I do. We got plenty of stuff here to work off of. I can work on making like a grocery list based off the things I have today, later on. So I'm gonna stop here, clean up my mess. Let's go see what else we can do today. Okay, into the kitchen I came. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make our dinner for tonight. I'm not gonna cook it yet because it's gonna be meatloaf. I'll do that later when we get back today. One of my viewers, did I save your name? I hope so. It says Cynthia 6697. So she said her kids don't like meatloaf either, but they eliminated the ketchup and barbecue sauce. I love meatloaf. I love it. If I could have one of my mom's meals, it would be meatloaf. And I make it, and I can make it just like hers. It's delicious. But no, it's like one of those things that the kids are like, meatloaf. So I'm going to follow her recipe. Basically, it's meat, there's no exact recipe, eggs, breadcrumbs, Italian seasonings, tomato sauce, salt, pepper, garlic, onions, and parsley. I'm going to do a little bit different because I don't have parsley, but I do have chives, and I've got my onion and peppers and celery frozen. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of that mixture in there and just mix it up and put it in a pan. I'll cover it. We'll bake it in the oven. When we get back today, I'll make a side to go with it as well. So I think this is going to work because basically it's going to taste like an Italian dish. So the only concern would be, ooh, there's chunks of huge green peppers in there. It's not for many. There's just a couple that I don't like the big chunks, but I think that this is going to work. So now I got to do this. I'm going to cover. I'll put it in the refrigerator. We'll bake this later. I've also got biscuits because, I'm keeping it simple. We're going to do the canned biscuits because I have it. What was I going to put with it? I was going to do a potato dish, but I think... Should I do potato? I've got this white cheddar truffle mac and cheese. I think we'll make this because the other one, which is right here, used to be able to make this for Jensen, and it worked out really, really good. So I'm thinking This is more like just one batch. So I'm thinking to make up some of this, the white cheddar truffle. So I will do this later. This is the beauty, is I'm done with this. I'm gonna cover this, put it in the refrigerator, we'll put it in the oven later. The only thing I was gonna do is make pizza sauce, because we're gonna do our pizzas. Remember the crust I made yesterday? Thank goodness. So now I'm just gonna make some sauce with that little bit of tomato sauce there, and then we'll just put a little bit of seasonings in and it'll work. So let me pick up my mess. So we're getting things accomplished, getting moving finally. So I just wiped down my counters, put the dishes in the dishwasher. There's my pizza sauce. I put some bananas in the microwave because I forgot to get them out. I want to make a smoothie. I got one less smoothie to make today. And then I think we're gonna get our school done, the little bit of paperwork that we have to do. And then we're gonna head out. So we've got a list of places that we can go, some errands to run, things to do. So the kids are like, let's do that. It's so funny, it says 80 degrees outside. I'm like, I don't even know, it's gonna be freezing out, but it's still pretty warm with the sunshine coming out. It's kind of going in and out. I guess it depends on where we're at and what we're doing today. So we will just assume for warm. I thought, so what we're gonna do right now is get up. They're getting up, they're moving, doing their stuff upstairs, getting it done, and then they can have smoothies, and we'll be doing our school, get that stuff accomplished, and then make our lunch, our pizzas in the oven. We'll have that, and then we'll head out the door, and then we'll do some running this afternoon. I'm like, that's good. It's a good, you know what? It's like the slow-moving day. I'm good with that. We have real-life days. This is how people's days really go. They don't always do a gazillion things. No, most people don't, unless you're like, well, I can't say most people don't. No, most people don't. It's rare that people do and do a ton of different stuff and all that all the time. So it's just, this is a normal at home, when your kids are at home and you're homeschooling them, this is what we do. So I'm going to be back in a few. I'm gonna get my bananas out, get the blender out, continue with our day. So this is our day. So I'm gonna get the bananas out of the microwave and make smoothie for a breakfast lunch for the kids. We've been making this smoothie. It's gonna be too bright with the sun. There it goes. We've been making this smoothie all week. It is just bananas and strawberries and almond milk, vanilla. It's good. Perfect. The kids will drink this. It's good to do when like I'm reading our read aloud time. They just sit and just kind of chill and then drink their smoothie while we're doing things for yourself, and donuts and stuff they can have as well. It's going to be a good day. Continue on. Okay, so we've had a busy couple hours. We got all of our school done, got that finished, had the pizzas, threw those in the oven, ate those, and then got a game plan for what we're gonna do. So we're gonna head up the door. I got a library bag, I got a cooler bag, so if we pick anything up at the store, got our water bottles and library cards. I think we're ready. So we're gonna go ahead, gotta go to the post office first. So we're going to the post office. Do right here. All right, we just did the post office. Maddie said they already got Christmas envelopes in there. 'Tis the season is coming. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead, probably the library now. We'll see where that's at. I gotta go gotta GPS it. I go to the library. We're going through all the old videos and the kids are like, do you remember all our childhood videos? Like Franklin and, what are you finding? Sid the Science Kid. So we're remembering all the shows they used to watch back in the day, like Arthur. Yeah, Arthur was not that Arthur, this Arthur. Arthur, we loved Arthur. Lots of Arthur, Bear Sing Bear. All the good old show. They were Handy Mandy. Anybody else watch Handy Mandy? Handy Mandy. I think it's Handy Mandy. Charlie Brown. So we're just looking, we're having flashbacks of all of the movies when they were kids. Strawberry Shortcake. That's so Christmas. Martha Speaks. Do you remember Martha Speaks?
Alphabet Soup.
Little People. We used to watch this too. Anybody else remember? Anybody else remember My Side of the Mountain? Remember this from school? We used to watch this. This is the Wilderness Family and the Mountain Family. They literally live in the middle of nowhere and live in the wild. It's always fun. Let's see if there's anything else I remember watching here. There's just lots of old ones. That's good science ones. Alright, we all picked out a few videos. We got DVDs we can do. We got ourselves some stuff at the library. So I think we're getting a new library. Yeah, it's not built yet, but I think in a few months it will be finished. And it's supposed to be humongous. And that one's going to be a little bit closer to this because this one's a little bit further away. So now, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to Detweiler's, the store. Some of the kids haven't been there. I'm like, it's the greatest store ever. We're going to go through there. I'm going to pick up like literally bread and eggs just to get through until I go grocery shopping. Can you push it? And so I'm thinking I'll just get literally bread and eggs, and that way it'll put me till next week that I have to go shopping. So we'll get that so that way, and then if they have any dairy-free stuff, I'll get some there because it was harder to find. And it's like free sample at the store, so we'll take the kids and go see what we can see. And Autumn wants to pick out, like, look for stuff for her birthday or dessert. Okay, look how gray the water is over there with the gray clouds. And look how blue the water is over here with all the blue sky. So just a reflection. One side of the water is blue, and this is all gray over here. All right, we're at Detweiler's Farm Market. We're gonna go in here. I need to get bread and eggs to kind of tide us over, and we'll see if we find anything else. And just show the kids, because it's a neat store. We've got pumpkins. Look at the white pumpkins. They're by the pound. Pumpkin. Look at all the fun fall stuff they got here. Look at the bumpy ones. Those look really neat. Very pretty. They do have apple ciders. It's like a flavored apple cider right here too. Apple and blackberry. This is the one. It's a gummy chicken foot. Look at it, gummy chicken feet. That's so funny. The kids are on a mission. Steven's like, I found one. How many snacks can you find in the store? Sweet potato chips. They're good, aren't they? Little potato sticks. Remember these as a kid? Shoestring potatoes. Okay, they have this 5 for $5. The cabbage cheese is the lactose free. So I'm gonna get these for Jensen. All right, score on mac and cheese. Oh, this smells really good. Farmhouse cider.
Oh, there's others. Yeah, they're cute little bath bombs. Oh, there's another.
Those are so cute.
Ooh, smell them.
Ooh, that's really yummy.
It's the same size.
Honey, delicious. I got a little thing right there. Eggs. So I'm gonna get some eggs right here. Here's one. And this one. Right there. That'll work. Someone told me that they can't wait for me to try their bacon. $7. I'm sure it's delicious. But I got this too. Maybe we should try this and get like some delicious. I'm gonna come back when I do my groceries. This is just me a temporary. It's like $5 for the whole bag. That's not bad. That's for like nice crispy apples. Gosh, we just made a bunch of those. That would be really good to come get some. I'm gonna get some of these when I do my grocery shopping. This I do like to. Do you want some? Get this for Jensen. Scorty found the apple cider. Is it like real apple cider? I love it. Check out, they have like lights, like little post lights to show they're open. Okay, so fun little store. We got the Cabot mac and cheese. That's the lactose free one, so that's good for Jensen. That's way cheaper than the diet one. And then we got his cheese that he likes, the mozzarella and the sliced cheese. And then we got apple cider and we got apple cider donuts. So that was good. So I still have to go to the store and get sliced bread because all they had was bakery bread. So I'm gonna have to run anyways, probably just Aldi. Okay, I literally have to run to Aldi just to get sliced bread. They had like bakery bread, but I need something for sandwiches for the next few days for work for Greg. So I'm gonna run into Aldi. It's like right here and just go get bread. Okay, so we are home. So what I did is I turned my oven on and put my meatloaf in there right away. So I was at Aldi. Aldi has apple cider. It's like $6 a gallon. So this was $8. Kids are well. They're ready to go well. So at Aldi they have the apple cider for $6 and they have apple cider donuts too. I'm sure they're not as good as the homemade ones, but we got these. So tonight this will be a fun dessert, apple cider mini cake donuts, delicious. And then what else did I get at Detweiler's is they have the diet cheese. I just can't remember where every store has it. I think Walmart has some. We got this one, the slices he likes, and these. I just put them in the freezer, that works. And then I was able to find this, the Cabot cheese. Cabot cheese is naturally lactose free, the aged one. So I got 10 of these. They were like $1 a piece. That was a good deal. And I got my bread. And then I was also walking through I was also walking through I was also walking through Aldi, and they have like apples for like $2 for a bag. And I made a note to go to Aldi because their fruit is a lot cheaper there, so I'll probably go there and get stuff. So that's the oven. I'm gonna get the water boiling for the pasta, and doing good. Okay, we're gonna be working and doing a bunch of things. So I'm turning this on right here. We're gonna go outside. I'm gonna boil some water. The meatloaf's gonna take a little bit to cook. I'm gonna make some kind of great pasta, and I brought in some corn from the freezer. So we will cook this as well. But in between, I'm going outside. Jensen's cutting grass. So I'm gonna go out there and do the edging for him, just kind of work with him. But I'm gonna run in between doing everything. We're multitasking today. Okay, I edged this side of the yard and the back, and then I thought, let me check the pasta. It's still not boiling. Did we turn it on? It's turned on. It's just turned on lower. It's actually, no, it's a pie. Okay, good. No worries. I'm gonna go back home and finish the other side so I can be done with that part and focus on food. Okay, I got to have grass in my face, probably. Got the edging all done real quick, which was awesome. Jensen's doing awesome, cutting the grass. So I am going to put in pasta in here. How much do you have? I think I'll just do like one box. That, and then I'm gonna get a pot of water boiling put like corn in it so I can boil it. And the only other thing I'm gonna do is put some biscuits on a cookie sheet and just put those in the oven and let them bake with the meatloaf in there. So we've got their bread, we've got meatloaf, we'll have pasta, and we'll have corn. That'll be good. It'll be a good little meal, and then we can have cider and donuts for dessert. So great day, good day. Turn like when it wasn't. Hold on one second. I had to turn some lights on. I had to shut that window so I can talk to you. So it's been a good day. It was one of those days of like, what are we even gonna do today? And you know what? We got out and did something. That's a good thing. Sometimes it's like, yeah. Sometimes during the week it can get like that humdrum of like, what are we gonna do? Not very exciting. So it was good. It was good to get out. We did something. Got to go to Detweiler's. They got to go to, which is good. We did the library. The library is a good library too. So got what they needed there, and then we'll have dinner here tonight. Kids are swimming in the pool, and we have church tonight. So right there, I should put on these is everything bagel topping. That would be delicious, but I think it needs the. These are buttery enough. I feel like after a while it's gonna get like all that butter's gonna come out. I can just kind of push that in there. Let's see if we. I don't know if we can do that or not. We can push it into the biscuit. We can try something different. You know when everything's topping is like at the end it's all just poppy seeds. That's where mine's at. So I'm just gonna put this in here with the meatloaf. Meatloaf is cooking. That's a good thing. This is a white cheddar truffle mac and cheese. So I'm gonna just make it with the butter. Yeah, it looks easy enough. So good day and good thing. Not every day you're doing a million things. Not every day you're making things from homemade. And I think I think someone lady posted that she said, you've changed, you're doing quick meals. Well, of course I'm changing. I just moved to Florida and it's really hot here and I'm learning my groove and I'm trying to discover, like, do I want to cook in the house all day long? No, I just moved here. I want to enjoy other things. So we're making quick meals. And then there's days that I want to bake something like today. So every day is different. And thank goodness for different. Aren't you thankful for different? I'm thankful for different and diversity and changing and not the same. So all good things. If we were the same, we would be those conformist robots. None of us want to be that. No, we don't. So this will cook. We'll bring it out. We'll show you dinner tonight. The meatloaf came out and I took out like a little piece of it. It's good. It tastes like hamburger for pizza or like spaghetti Italian. So might be a winner for the kids. I like the ketchup base, but you know what? I can squeeze ketchup on it and have it. So that's done. Biscuits are in here. This is boiling. Corn is going. Jensen just finished cutting the grass. He did good. All those good things to practice. You know, like when he lived in the mountains, we didn't have him cut grass. Evan was cutting grass because, you know, it's a mountain and you don't really cut grass, you weed whack. But it's like, I mean, danger because you're literally on the side of a mountain. Rocks are flying everywhere. Even Jensen was like, wow, he's like, I know in the mountains it was like so bad. I had to worry about stuff flinging back and hitting. I said, I know, it's totally different here. I said, you literally just turn it on. It's electric and it walks for you and you just walk behind it. I said, not too hard, not a big deal. I'm surprised how thick it is here. I know it's not like real grass. I think it's called St. Augustine grass. But I'm surprised at how thick it gets. I think Greg had cut it 2 weeks ago, but the lawnmower had died and he had left a couple strips of it like on the side. And no big deal, we just left it. It rained and we just didn't do it. Last weekend we didn't do anything outside. And then, so I was weed hacking on the side and I'm like, wow, it is so thick on the outside of the fence, so just a little bit thick grass. I guess I'll be cutting grass all the way through the year. I guess we'll see how that works. So, all right, I'm just waiting for my pasta to finish. So for the mac and cheese, I just found the instructions on here. I got these at Sam's Club. They were on clearance, and they're really good. Hopefully this one is good. The other one Jensen could do. This is, does anyone love the truffle? Like the truffle taste? Some people love it, I know. I don't know if I love it. It doesn't mean it's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think I love it that much. So we'll have to see how this works. 3/4, I'm gonna have to get, I had to open another one of these. Easy, good dinner. I'm glad to get it done. I don't mind doing it right here last minute. I just know that I'm gonna have to leave here and get out the door here. So it's 1 3/4, 2/4 and a half. I just know I have to get out the door here in a little bit to get kids where they gotta go. So it's race against the clock here. But this is gonna be good. We're gonna have a really good little dinner tonight. And kids are like, ew, meatloaf. I'm like, I think you're gonna like it. And I said, we'll have donuts and cider for dessert. So if you eat your meatloaf, you can have that. Let that butter thaw, pick up my mess, we're gonna be ready for dinner. Dinner is done. I am so glad. The taste was yummy. The mac and cheese, it's like, you have to love the truffle. Do I love the truffle? I'd probably just use cheddar, but I mean, we'll see how the kids think about it. So here, this is right here. The corn, what I did is I put, I have to tell them somewhere else. Anyways, I put the salt and pepper and butter in here so I can just kind of roll it in there to have. And then I've got the meatloaf here I'm gonna cut. And then these cooked real quick. So I was like, ooh, so the top's a little brown, but they didn't burn, so that's a positive. So I'm gonna get plates out here for the kids. They want to eat outside in the pool, right by the pool. They sit right at the edge and eat, and good dinner. I don't mind using paper plates, but the plastic, these ones, they're $1 at Walmart. Now, they do get scratched. Someone warned me they're still wet. And someone put that in the microwave. That's okay. But they do work out really good to use. So they're nice because they sit outside, you know, they're eating out there, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's see how the meatloaf goes in for the kiddos. I'm just gonna cut it up here. Some said they wanted ketchup and ranch, somebody wants steak sauce. I'm like, okay. So I'll probably give it to them on the side. So let me make their plates and then take it up to them. It's the only time that Maxine can't go outside, so she's sitting there and she's like looking at me like, why can't I go outside? Sorry, Maxine. Okay, I'm getting some meatloaf here, and then I'm gonna go sit outside with the kiddos. They said the mac and cheese was really good, so I'm gonna put some on my plate and then get a corn here and go outside and sit with them and enjoy before we gotta leave here. I think ketchup's out there. Okay, so I'll come back and report the favorites, or how the meatloaf rated with the children. And as they're finishing, they ate it. Jen said not. Nobody devoured the meatloaf, but they did eat it. They said it was good. Maxine's over here barking at me. And the macaroni and cheese I absolutely love. Absolutely love. Corn on the cob is something that doesn't always get eaten. It got eaten, so that's good. So I'm gonna take them a cider and some donuts for dessert. So dessert and donuts. So I wonder if all the donuts are the same, and then she's dipped them in the powdered sugar. But well, no, because one was pumpkin, one was apple, so never mind. Maxine, you're not having donut. So I was just thinking, I'm like, do they all the same? They just put them in the cinnamon sugar mixture. Delicious. This is a little dessert. Finished up. Kids are done. Pool, swimming, having a good time. And that's going to be my night tonight. So I'm going to clean this mess up right here. I probably just close today's video. I'm going to close today's video so I don't have to come home and boy, I don't have to do any more filming tonight. So thanks for coming along, watching today's video, and the planning and the figuring out the meals and just kind of getting out a little bit, which was a good thing, and making a home-cooked meal here. So, all right, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.